Good morning everyone. I am Majibul Haq, your mathematics teacher. I wish you are at home and safe. From today, I will take online class. This is for class 8. Our today's topic, your first chapter, rational number. So, what is rational number? So, first let us define what is rational number. You know, this collection is of integers from 0, here 1, 2, 3, 4, and here minus 1, minus 2, all negative integers. So if we add any two integers, suppose 2 plus 3 equals to 5, this is also integers. If we add negative integers, minus 2, minus 1, minus 3. This is also an integer. So if we add any two integers, this is again integer. And if we subtract any two integers, suppose this 2 minus 3 minus 1. This is also integer. If we multiply any two integers, 3 into 4 equals to 12. This is also an integer. But if we divide, suppose 2 by 3. Whether this is an integer or not? No, this is not an integer. Okay. So, what kind of number this is? This number is defined as rational number. Rational number means which number you can write in the form p by q, where p, q are any integers and q not equals to 0. Q not equals to 0 because you know division by 0 is not defined. So it is always, you should mention rational numbers are p by q, where p, q are any integers and q not equals to 0. So all numbers which you can write in the form p by q are called rational numbers. Now we will see some properties of rational number. First, closure property. Closure property. For closure property of rational number, we will see every addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. If we add any two rational numbers, suppose 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3. This is also rational numbers. If we add, in fact, there will be 2 plus 1 equals to 3 plus 3, also you can write 1. This is rational number. And if we subtract any two rational number, we consider the same numbers. This 2 by 3 minus, here will come 1 by 3. So this is rational number. So if we add any two rational numbers, this is again rational number. If we subtract any two rational numbers, therefore rational numbers are closed under addition and subtraction. And also say multiplication. Suppose 2 by 3 into 1 by 4. If we multiply any two rational numbers, say 2 by 3, that will be 2 by 12 equals to 1 by 6. This is also rational number. So if we multiply into rational number, this is again a rational number. Therefore, rational numbers are closed under multiplication. And division. Suppose 3 by 5 divide 1 by 2. This also will be a rational numbers. In fact, if we multiply this, 2 by 1, 6 by 5. So, if we divide into rational number, this is again a rational number. In division, you should mention that if we include 0, for 0 it will not have closed, because division by 0 is not defined. So, if we exclude 0 from rational numbers, then it is closed under division. Okay? Now see next property, commutative. Commutative property In general, if a plus b equals to b plus a, if a plus b equals to b plus a for addition, then we can say that this is commutative. For rational numbers, it is commutative about rational number. See the previous example. 1 by 3 equals to 2 by 3. This will be the same. So we can say that rational numbers are commutative under addition. Again for multiplication will be also same. 2 by 3 for multiplication also this is commutative, rational numbers are commutative. Now see for subtraction. For subtraction, suppose 3 by 5 minus 1 by 5. 3 by 5 minus 1 by 5. If we subtract this, this will equals to 2 by 5. But if we change the order, 1 by 5 minus 3 by 5, that will be different value. Minus 2 by 5. So these two are not equal. Therefore, rational numbers are not commutative with respect to subtraction. Now see, for division, consider any rational numbers. 3 by 4 divide 1 by 2. What will be the result? 3 by 4 into 2 by 1 equals to 3 by 2. If we change the order, 1 by 2 divide 3 by 4. Four by 6. These are different. Therefore, rational numbers are not commutative with respect to division. Now, next property, associative. Associative property in for addition, suppose a plus b plus c equals to a plus b plus c. If this condition holds for addition, then we can say that rational numbers are associative with respect to addition. For multiplication, there will be multiplication. So you can check. Suppose 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3 3 by 5. Also, you see that in case of integers, if we change the order in addition, that will be same. So if we multiply these two way, so if we change the order for addition, the result will be same. Therefore, it is associative for addition. Also, it will be associative for multiplication, you can say, but it will not be as. But for subtraction and division, it will not be associative. You can just say like commutative. And also for rational numbers, multiplication over distributive, multiplication over addition and subtraction will be distributive. Distributive means suppose a into b plus c, this will be equals to a into b plus a into c. Also it will be multiplication will be distributive over subtraction. This part is called distributive. That is distributive multiplication over addition or multiplication over subtraction. This is distributive property hold. Now, few terms have multiplicative identity. MI, I am writing MI for multiplicative identity. if we multiply any rational number, suppose 3 by 5 with 1, it will be the same number. What about the numbers? If we take any negative rational numbers, 3 by 4 into 1 equals to minus 3 by 4. So if we multiply any rational numbers with 1, the result will be same number. This 1 is called the multiplicative identity for rational numbers. And what is additive identity? In short, I am writing AI. Additive identity. Suppose 2 by 3 plus 0. If we add 0 with any rational numbers, the result will be the same number, whether it is positive or negative. You can write one negative. 2 by 4 plus 0 equals to minus 3 by 4. So if we add 0 with any indeed rational numbers, the result will be the same number. Therefore 0 is called the additive identity of rational numbers. Next is multiplicative inverse or reciprocal. Now see, what is reciprocal? Suppose A by B any rational number, then its reciprocal will be B by A. And also reciprocal of B by A will be A by B. If there is negative number, there will be negative sign. This is called reciprocal of A by rational numbers. And if we multiply and do reciprocal, suppose A by B into B by B will be 1. In general, if P by Q and R by S are reciprocal to each other, their multiplication will be always 1. You can put here A by B and B by A, their result will be 1. So if any two rational numbers are reciprocal to each other, their multiplication always will be 1. Now see, negative or additive inverse. Additive inverse means, suppose A by B any rational numbers, in additive inverse will be its negative minus A by B. Also we have seen in case of integers, the negative or additive inverse of any numbers is just we have to put the sign before this. Similarly, additive inverse of minus A by B will be A by B. Now next part, how to represent rational numbers on number line. First we consider the first, the number is a proper rational number is in proper fraction. Suppose 2 by 3. So draw a number line. 0, 1, 2. Since this is a positive number, I am writing just right side of the 0. And here, for proper fraction, it will be always less than 1. Because as the numerator is less than the denominator, this is less than 1. So this number is between 0 and 1. This is positive, so between 0 and 1. And here is the denominator 3. So whatever denominator, we have to divide each unit into that mentioned part. Here 3, we have to divide this into 3 parts. That is 1, 2, 3. This 1 will divide into 3 parts. 1 part, 2 part, 3 parts. Now you have to put this number, and the numerator is 2. You have to count the parts. Here 2 parts. 2 of 3, 1, 2. So this is the number 2 by 3. This is for proper fraction. Case 2, if this is in the rational number is in improper fraction or mixed fraction, because mixed fraction also you can convert into improper fraction. Suppose consider the number 14 by 3. So this obviously this number is greater than 1 because the numerator is greater than the denominator, and here denominator 3. So we have to divide is unit into 3 equal parts. So draw a number line. This is a positive number, so I am drawing the right side of the 0. Here is the 0, here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this. And the denominator is 3. So 8 unit we have to divide into 3 equal parts. So divide this part into 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3 parts. This is also divided into 3 equal parts. This also divided into 3 equal parts. This also. This also. Now the numerator is 14. Now count 14 parts. We have to count 14 parts from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. See here, the number is here, 14. And now, it is 14 by 3. So like this, for proper fraction, you have to divide like this. And for improper fraction or mixed fraction, this. Now, how to find rational numbers between any two rational numbers? And there is a property. You have to know that between any two rational numbers there exist infinitely many rational numbers. Here I will find suppose 2 by 3 and 3 by 4. Suppose you have to find 5 rational numbers between these two. I am here. In a particular case, how to find rational numbers between two given rational numbers. Suppose first we have to equate the denominator. Here is denominator 3 and here is denominator 4. So LCM is LCM of 3 and 4 12. So first we have to equate their denominator. 2 by 3. If we equate to the equal to the LCM, it will be, we have to multiply 3 both the numerator and denominator, 12, 8, and here 3 will be 12, 9. Now see, both the denominator is same, but here numerator 8 and 9. So find the rational numbers. Suppose you are finding 5 rational numbers between these two. So first you have to convert the denominator equal, make the denominator equal, then you have to see whether between the numerator there is enough gap. There is 8, 9. There is a gap or difference is just 1. But you have to, suppose you have to find 5 rational numbers, so minimum you have to find the gap 6. If you find 5 rational numbers, you have to make the gap as 6. So you can multiply this, both the numerator and denominator, so that we can find enough gap for 5 rational numbers. Suppose here you can multiply by 6. Suppose you are multiplying by 6. 6 then 54 and here 48. Then you can find how many rational numbers there. There is difference. So between these two rational numbers, the rational numbers are how many rational numbers there? 49 by 72, 50 by 72, 51 by 72, 52 by 72 and 53 by 72. So first you have to make the denominator same. Then you have to see whether there is enough gap between the numerator. If not there is any gap, we can multiply both the numerator and denominator so that the gap increase. Like this you can find rational numbers between any two given rational numbers. So this is your part. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe, and don't waste your time, and learn as much as you can. Okay, thank you.